pals, poets, and freaks. It's me, Penny Angela. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today is our monthly Snob list. Now, this Snob list is a collection of my favorite things for the month of May. If you are new here, I call it a Snob list because I'm just, you know, making fun of myself as I sit here and talk to y'all about all my favorite literature and cinema and all this shit. It's pretentious. It's just me making fun of myself, which is something I love to do. So let's just get straight into this video because I am having such a hectic day. And that's my cat up there, Miss Mojo. This Snob list is going to be different than the past months because this is the month of May. I'm filming this in June, but this is long overdue actually. And this video is about May. May was a really different month for me because I was on vacation, I was on a road trip. There isn't much art and film and books to really discuss because, you know, when you have a trip, you're just thinking about packing, outfits, setting up the cat sitter, setting up my Ring camera, security, everything. So I was just working a lot because, you know, I'm about to go on vacation, want to stack up as much money as I can, calling my banks and just doing all of that stuff. So it's been really time consuming. So most of the time when I was home, I wasn't really consuming much art or reading. So this Snob list is going to be more of a discussion about my feelings during the month of May. So usually I will talk to y'all about books. I will start with books first. I'm still reading the book Actress right here by Alyssa Ashley, and I am going to finish it. I am now on chapter 8. It has been a slow read for me, but I was trying to read Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs while I was on vacation, but I couldn't because in vacation is really hard for me to read. I'm one of those people, I can't start a new book unless I finish a book. I decided that I want to finish this book. I don't want to just like leave it unread because it's good enough to finish. So it is taking me some time. So that is the only book. Oh, there's another book I've read, the Holy Bible. I would get it, but like I'm on the floor and I don't want to like move and fuck up the lighting. So I've been reading the Bible every day. It's really important for me to read the Bible. I've been doing this little Bible plan, not exactly reading every single page, but like reading the important parts to get a basic understanding of the Bible. The month of May has been a month of me really focusing on developing a stronger relationship with Christ and Jesus and just being a better Christian, honestly. I am obviously a firm believer of Jesus, but I feel like obviously I can work on my relationship with Jesus. You know, I mean, like we're not perfect. There's always room for improvement. I was doing that every day. For June, I haven't been reading it as much. I have been reading it, but not every day, about like 2 or 3 days out the week. But the Bible, that's all for books. The next portion of the Snob list is my cinema section, my film section, my cinephile section. I watched probably like 5 movies in the month of May, but there's only like 2 or 3 I really want to discuss with y'all. The first one is Dead Ringers. This was my first Cronenberg film. The movie really threw me for a Mick friggin' loop, y'all. Let me just read to y'all what I wrote on Letterboxd. First Cronenberg film that I watched outside of Rabid, which I didn't finish. I will though. Another reason why there really is no need for male gynecologists. Though the twins are both horrific in their own way, in the beginning I gravitated towards Beverly and his more introverted nature. I found Ellie to be pompous, and then the second half of the film I found Beverly obviously self-destructive and Ellie as the voice of reason, who at his core wants the best for them, even for the patients more than Beverly wanted the best for the patients. And there's some like weird shit going on in this movie. Basically, it's about these 2 twins. They are male gynecologists in New York City in the 80s, I believe. Yes, this film was released in 1988. Elliot is the more hot and sexy one, and Beverly is the more introverted, nerdy one, who is successful but not as successful as Elliot. So when Elliot loses interest in his love interest, pass them over to Beverly, and the girls never know because they are dead ringers. They are identical twins. So imagine you're hooking up with a guy, you have a situationship, a boyfriend, just whatever, friends with benefits, and you find out that you are having intercourse with the twin and not the actual guy. So once he's over the girl, he's like, you know, I'm about to dump her, so you can hit it and quit it if you want to, since you have more of an issue finding partners and dating women. Disgusting. disgusting, but honestly, that is just the tip of the iceberg of what these motherfuckers do. The motifs of madness, paranoia, substance abuse, morality, life, death, all of it. It's a really good film. I highly recommend you guys watch it. Second film I want to discuss with y'all is called Eye of God. Eye of God was released in 1997 and it's directed by Tim Blake Nelson. It is about a God-fearing small town in Oklahoma, darling. But during these days, God isn't the only person this town should be fearing. They should be fearing the guy in this film called Jack. Now, Jack was released from prison from unaliving his wife, which later comes out in the film, and he gets this other woman pregnant who he's been seeing in prison. When he gets released, he hangs out with her, they meet up, they fall in love. It's giving like Lana Del Rey fairy tale until shit gets dark real fast. My review of this on Letterboxd, I wrote, Dusty Bible Belt Americana. This is a type of Americana that seldom is romanticized or even seen as beautiful. Not aesthetically pleasing, but true Americana. The complexities of a small town and the way religion is interwoven into those that are evil hiding behind the church. Pure tragedy all around, no one makes it out. This film is real, sad, unsettling, and raw. Underrated, hardly seen, never spoken about independent film that I came across on Criterion. So happy I did. This film plays a lot with the idea of religion and morality. Believing in God, but also being quite the monster, right? You can go to church every day and you can pray to the cross and you can pray to Jesus, honey, but what are your actions? And are you really being Christ-like? The way the lead male character in this film is, it's one of the reasons why people are apprehensive about like church, right? Religion, because of people like this. Like, you can be so strong in your convictions about Jesus, but you're also beating your wife and just being psychotic. And the ending of this movie is a wrencher. It's a gut wrencher. It left you thinking, but this is like pure Americana. It's not romanticized. TikTok, LDR, Lana Del Rey, Lizzie Grant edit. Like, this is real Bible Belt Americana, everyday Americana. Highly, highly, highly suggest y'all watch it. As for TV, for the month of May, I started watching Good Girls on Netflix. I decided that I wanted to binge watch a television show. It's been a minute since I binge watched a television show. Lately, I've really been utilizing my Netflix subscription because it's like, what are we paying for? Just waiting for Stranger Things and Squid Games once a year, or Stranger Things like once every 10 years. Like, bitch, no. Utilize this subscription, gag it. Okay, let's utilize it. So, started watching Good Girls. So fun. It's lighthearted. It's something you can have on while I edit YouTube. It's something I could have on while I'm gardening. It's something I can have on when I want to really get into something. It focuses around four women, right? Christina Hendricks. No, three women, and what they have to do to get money. These are suburban housewives that live simple lives. One's a housewife, one works at like a grocery store, one is a waitress, but they all have reasons to why they need money and why they do what they do to need money, which is at first like robbing a supermarket and shit like that. And then it leads them to this whole path of crime, a whole lifestyle of crime and affairs and all of that fun stuff. So, Good Girl. I'm pretty late to the trend. Also, that's the show where he's like, get in the car, Elizabeth. Get in the car, Elizabeth. Like, that's that show. Get in the car, Elizabeth. Am I saying it like that? Like, what? But anyway. So in terms of art and media, that is all I have to discuss for the month of May. As I said before, this is going to be a shorter, much different snob list. I went on my road trip and I went back home. I have to edit this vlog, y'all. My turnover rate is not as fast as I would like it to be because I work 7 fucking days a week. Woo! Capitalism! I work 7 days a fucking week. So it's like, bitch, it's hard to edit. Like, it's hard to edit. And like, I've been in this mindset of like, just get it done. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it done. I can be here all fucking day waiting to edit something. I was so focused on having perfect editing, most of my YouTube videos would not be posted, including the short film, There's a Hole in the Sky, which I need y'all motherfuckers to watch. Speaking of the month of May, I released my short film, There's a Hole in the Sky. I would highly, highly, highly appreciate if you motherfuckers go and watch that shit, okay? Cinephiles, poets, and freaks, watch my film, There's a Hole in the Sky. After you watch this video, watch my short film, There's a Hole in the Sky. I posted it on this channel on the day of my flight because I was nervous. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post this while I'm a million feet up in the air. People can hate it, leave it hate comments, love it, rant it, rave it, whatever. I'm gonna be in the sky and I'm not gonna give a fuck because I'm going to be embarking on a road trip. So let's get into that really quick. So for 2 weeks, I was on the East Coast, which is where I'm from. I'm an East Coast girl. Started obviously JFK, Queens, Brooklyn. I was in New York City. I was in Delaware. I was in Pennsylvania, and I was in Maryland, okay? That's what I did. And within that, I've been to country small towns in Delaware like Long Neck, which I oddly fell in love with. Like Long Neck is country as fuck. Country, honey, country. There's a difference between country and southern. So y'all southern motherfuckers being like, everybody want to act like they're country. Everyone wants to act like they're country. Bitch, country and southern are not the same. I was back home, my mom's town. When I got dropped off by like this random person I met, he was like, damn, you live in the country, because I live deep. There is country vibes in a lot of states, especially New York. Yes, there are. There's fucking farms in Albany. Like, I'm not gonna get into it, but there's a vibe. Okay? I did all that and I had so much fun. But during the road trip, I did relapse in my recovery with binge eating, overeating, having an ED in general, and it has kind of been driving me mad since then. Struggle with that. Now, the reason why I am beating myself up so much for gaining weight is not only because it's a relapse and I fell back to old toxic, negative, self-destructive behaviors, but number two, I'm upset with myself because I let food control me, which is something I obviously don't like to do. I don't like letting any sort of substance control me and how I feel. But that is what happened. I'm upset with myself. And I'm upset with myself is because I lost those 100 pounds in a healthy way. And I know how long it takes to lose weight naturally, right? I'm not on Ozempic. I don't have any sheet. Not saying there's anything wrong with being on the shot. Like, at this point, bitch, I kind of wish I was on Ozempic. But it does make things much freaking easier. For me to lose 10 pounds is not just going to fall off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be stuck in this place for a minute. When I left for my trip, I was 167 and I was trying to get to 160 before the trip because I knew I would gain weight. On Saturday when I got back to LA, I weighed 192. Okay, and I do have a video coming up. I'm going to post it this Friday, so you guys will already see that, about like my relapse, and I go into greater detail about that. But that has been really difficult for me, and it's still difficult for me. Today at work, again, the second time in 1 fucking week, someone asked me if I was pregnant, which is like, I'm trying to see the silver lining and be like, well, if they think you're pregnant, that means at least you look skinny all over and it's just your belly that looks big. But it's still like a fuck you in the face, man. Am I not allowed to eat a fucking pizza? And yes, I was binging, but at the same time, it's like, why is everyone commenting on my body? So it's like when people are telling me, oh, Penny, you look the same, you still look pretty. Online, like, people are really woke online, and that's like what's kind of annoying. Like, in real life, that shit does not fly. So if people are perceiving me as a pregnant woman, like, pregnant women are beautiful, but I am not pregnant, okay? Like, I am not fucking pregnant, man. Like, stop. Like, these bitches are gonna have to pay for my treatment if they keep doing this, because I am going to snap. I haven't been restricting. I've been eating, but I've been just like harder on myself. My thighs are bigger, my butt is bigger, my face is bigger. Before, I had like décolletage, and it's like, yeah, my collarbone isn't as, you know, pronounced. And I am naturally an hourglass curvy woman. I don't necessarily prefer that for myself. I love curvy women. I think curves are beautiful. I mean, I am obsessed with the curvy body, like, truly. But for me, a tall person, I just feel like I look best when I'm slim and slender and just like model-esque, because I'm tall. Like, and I just feel like it's like a vibe. Like, I don't know, like, I like it. Like, I feel good that way. That's how I feel the best. And before the trip, I was breaking into a size 6. I fit into a size 6. Was it tight? Yes, but I fit into it. And that's not the reality anymore. I'm back to like a size 10, 12 because I hold a lot of weight in my stomach. So while my legs may be like thinning out, my stomach is still holding on to a lot of fat. And gaining that much weight, I now weigh in the 170s now. So it took me about a week to lose like 10 of those pounds, but I think I genuinely gained 10 pounds of body fat. Outside of that, going on this road trip has made me realize how much I miss home and how much I miss the East Coast and my relationship with LA, which I'm sure a lot of y'all are probably fucking irritated with. Like, every time I'm like, I want to leave LA, blah, blah, blah. But I really think that like something is in the air, and I don't really know what direction the air is like pointing me to go and like, you know, travel, but I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for change. So I'm just opening up to all those possibilities. Month May was really transformative, good and bad for me. But those are the months where you really grow, right? Where things are going good and bad for you. That's exactly what the fuck happened for your girl, Miss Penny Angela. Yes, it did. And you know, the month of May has been fine mentally. I think what's trickling now is the month of June and where I'm at mentally now, which we will discuss at the end of June or early July. I'm realizing what I want out of life, and I don't know if what I want out of life necessarily aligns with where I live. I know it doesn't align, but I'm also a pussy. I'm so afraid to leave LA. Like, I feel like I'm in a abusive, toxic relationship. I just feel like I'll regret it. Then I also feel like maybe this is it for me. It's like, okay, I can move to Arizona, I can move to Montana, I can move to Vegas, Florida, wherever. But I think the loneliness is still going to be there. You know, the loneliness likely will still be there. Some people are just not meant to be loved, and some people are just not meant to have friends, or I don't really know if that's for me, you know, like, and I wish it was, but at the same time, the older I get, it's like, you kind of can't fight the way God has your life planned, right? So it's like, ideally, I would love to be married right now, and like, not with kids, but I would love to be married, living in a place where I feel like I can thrive and I'm healthy and beautiful and happy and content with life and doing this full time, right? I can't fight God's plan. I have to embrace it and see why the plan is why it is, you know? One of my favorite sayings is, we make plans and God laughs, because truly, we make plans and God laughs. He's in control of all of it. And for people that don't believe in that, that's fine. But don't come to me saying, well, do you really think that it's like God or fate? To me, it's God. It's Jesus, okay? I don't play about Jesus, y'all, okay? Like, just letting you know. I don't care how much I love you, how much I've known you. If it comes between you and Jesus, I will cut you off for Jesus. I am not playing. Like, so I respect your beliefs. Please respect mine, because I don't play like that. Like, I'm strong in that boundary. I look so, like, disgusting. I look pregnant. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. I can leave LA and be still alone. Like, maybe humans just don't like me like that, or I have a hard time connecting with people. Obviously, it's different on vacation because you're on vacation. You can't outrun yourself. So you can't move to another place thinking those problems won't exist just because you moved. Those problems are going to follow you. So if you have a problem with alcoholism, addiction, loneliness, and if you think, oh, if I move to Paris, Paris is going to change me, Paris is going to fix me, Paris is not the medication. Paris is not the solution to the issue, okay? The issue is internal. And wherever you go, it's going to follow you because it's within you. So until you address the root cause, like, nothing's going to fucking change. I know that. I know that. I can move to Missouri right now. I don't know why I said Missouri, but whatever. I can move to Missouri right now. I will still have the same brain, the same personality, and people will receive me how they receive me, and my life will be my life. It doesn't mean if I leave LA, I'm gonna like finally get married and meet the man of my dreams. If I move to a state where people are more of my type, doesn't mean that I'm their type, you know? Especially as a Black woman, I feel like a lot of times when people give me advice, they're not cognitive of like, race plays such a big part in everyone's fucking daily life. But if you're white, you are not aware of how much it plays a part in like Black people's lives. Like, you're probably like completely unaware of it because it's not something you have to deal with every day. But every single interaction I have is based with race in mind in some capacity. I don't care if it's only 10% or 5%, 50%, all 100%. In some capacity, my race is like a part of it. And I'm not going to be gaslighted that it's not. I am living my life as a Black woman every single effing day, okay? I know what my experience is, okay? I don't know, I'm just like in one of those phases in my life where it's like, I'm young, but I'm old. So it's like, I'm young where it's like, okay, girl, your whole life is still ahead of you. Anything can happen. But I'm also at that point where it's like, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. That's why I lost weight, because I didn't want to be in my 40s, like 500 pounds. I don't want to, at 50, decide like, damn, man, I should have did it. I'm at that point in age where I have to start thinking about like my future, because the things I do now really will determine how my 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all of that shit goes. Like, I really have to get my shit together. Basically is what I'm saying, y'all. Like, what the fuck? Because yeah, I don't want to be 45, 50 years old. I'm not saying you can't start your life over at any age. Circumstances happen. I could get married at 30 and get divorced, and then like I hate my husband, then I'm starting my life over in a new state, you know, with a kid. Like, shit happens. Not saying that, but if I can prevent that, I'd like to be somewhat content and comfortable in my 50s and 40s, right? And I also think one of the reasons why I'm scared to leave LA is because I'm too comfortable. Like, I don't have a lot here, y'all. I don't have a lot of money. I work 7 days a week. I am not swimming in the money by any means. When you guys see me with like nice stuff, it's like my mom is always willing to help me, and like she'll buy me like sunglasses and Dior and, you know, Lululemon and all this stuff. But in terms of me, because I don't really like to ask people for help, in terms of me, like, I am not rich by any means. The cost of living in California, I don't want to be here and then at 50 I'm still working 7 days a week because I can't afford to live here. And I'm like, not saying 50's old, or even 70. I don't want to be in my 70s not having any money saved for retirement, because I like California is so expensive. Even though I love the state of California, like, if I can move to another part of California, that would solve a lot of my issues. But it's like, the parts of California where I would love to live, they don't have the economy like LA does. It's more of those like coastal, beachy, or country-like areas of California. Not many job opportunities there. So it's like, yeah, you can move there, bitch, but what are you doing? Move to New Mexico, you can afford to live in the city of Albuquerque, right? Like, and still have job opportunities, as opposed to, and still have that same aesthetic and vibe and small town charm, as opposed to moving to a part of California where it has that small town charm and cleanliness and country views and shit. But it's like, if you don't already own acres and you have a farm and you have that, you are going to be assed out trying to get a fucking job, because the local dive bars and saloons there probably are already stocked with people that have been working here from the beginning of time, and they're likely only going to hire people that they know, because it's a tight-knit community. Completely understand that. I need to get out of my comfort zone. That's something I've realized on this road trip, is that my comfort zone is ruining my life. I'm very comfortable, even though I don't have much, I am comfortable with it. But so much more I want out of life. And I think that's why it makes everything so difficult, because I'm at this point where these decisions are so important. They're big adult decisions. But I also have free will, and I keep forgetting I have free will and autonomy, and I can move anywhere I want to go. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, because I'm grown and I am able, and I can fucking do things. I can do things, okay? Okay, enough is enough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this snob list. Again, it's different than my usual snob list. If you are new here and you want to watch like my actual normal snob list where things aren't so chaotic in my life, go watch my snob list playlist on my channel. Thank y'all so much for joining me on this journey of me being a hot ass mess, okay? And you guys are so cool, because you guys never judge me, and I often feel like I'm being judged, or maybe I should be being judged, right? So we're gonna end it here. I love you so much, my little cinephiles, poets, and freaks. Thank you again, as always, for rocking with my crazy ass and listening to me rant and rave and do whatever the fuck it is that I do. Also, on my road trip, I smoked about 200 cigarettes in a week. What the fuck was that? Shit was wild, man. I love y'all so much, my little cinephiles, poets, and freaks, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye!